This conference will now be recorded.
So, okay, first of all, let me tell you my style of teaching. My style of teaching will be mostly industry related. Industry related ఎందుకంటున్నాను అంటే, so this is a world of ChatGPT. Yes, అంత theory, it doesn't work out nowadays. Okay, let me be open with you. Okay, so అంత బుక్కులు నింపేసి అంత థియరీ అవసరం లేదు. సో వాట్ మై డెఫినేషన్స్ విల్ బి లైక్ కట్టే కొట్టే తెచ్చే. సో ఎక్కువ డెఫినేషన్ ఎక్కువ ఇచ్చేసినా కానీ ఏమవుతుందంటే మీకు కన్ఫ్యూజన్ అయిపోతుంది. Okay, so what I will be doing is I will be giving important things. I will not be giving everything. See, complete Java నేర్చుకోవాలంటే మీకు 2-3 years అయినా సరిపోదు. లెట్ మీ టెల్ యూ ఓపెన్లీ. ఎట్లా అవుతుందంటే మీకు ఒక డెఫినేషన్, సపోజ్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఉంది. సో కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ గురించి మీరు ఏం తెలుసుకోవాలి? వాట్ ఈస్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్, వాట్ ఏ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ విల్ డూ, వేర్ ద కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఈజ్ యూస్డ్. ఈ మూడు కన్నా మీకు ఎక్కువ థియరీ అవసరమా? ఎందుకు? మీరు కాలేజ్ అయితే ఓకే, నేను కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఒక 10 days చెప్తా కాలేజ్ అయితే, అండ్ మీ కాలేజ్ కాదు కదా. సో యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ద ఇండస్ట్రీ. యూ ఆర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ మై పాయింట్ ఆర్ నాట్? ఓకే, సో యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ద ఇండస్ట్రీ. సో నాదేంటి? వాట్ ఈస్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్, హౌ వీ క్యాన్ యూజ్ ద కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అంటే ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్, హౌ వీ క్యాన్ యూజ్ ద కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అండ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ అంటే ఎట్లా మనం యూజ్ చేయాలి, సో దానివల్ల ఏం జరుగుతుంది. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐ సెడ్, కట్టే కొట్టే తెచ్చే. ఎస్, అంతేనా? కట్టే కొట్టే తెచ్చంటే తెలుసు కదా మీకు. ఏంటి? చెట్టు వెళ్ళాము, చెట్టు కొట్టాము, తెచ్చాము, వాడాము, అంతేనా? ఎవరు సృష్టించారు, ఏ లాంగిట్యూడ్లో ఉంది, ఏ లాటిట్యూడ్, అవన్నీ అవసరం మనకు, అంతే కదా. సపోజ్ ఐఎమ్ హియర్ టు గెట్ ఏ జాబ్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? వై యు ఆర్ హియర్? టు గెట్ ఏ జాబ్. సో జాబ్కి ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంటో అంతవరకు చూద్దాం. ఇప్పుడు నేను చూశాను ప్యాటర్న్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్, ఇవాళ రేపు అవి ఇస్తున్నారా ఇంటర్వ్యూస్లో? ఓకే, 1-2 తెలుసుకోవడం వరకు ఫైన్, బట్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ బేసిస్లో ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అట్లా ఇద్దాం మనం. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పాను జావా 8 వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో వితౌట్ జావా 8 యూ కెనాట్ సర్వైవ్ ఇన్ ద ఇండస్ట్రీ. అడగండి, మీరు ఎవరైనా తెలిసిన వాళ్ళు ఉంటే అడగండి. సో జావా 8 అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో జావా 8, జావా 9 ఫీచర్స్ వచ్చాయన్నమాట. సో మీరు వేరే ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా తెలిసిన ఉన్నట్టు చూడండి. జావా 8 ఈజ్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో అందుకని జావా 8 మనము చేయాల్సిందే కంపల్సరీ. మేబీ నెక్స్ట్ మండే విల్ స్టార్ట్ జావా 8. ఓకే, సో ఎందుకంటే కొంచెం ఈ లాగింగ్ అంతా కూడా చూసేసుకొని నెక్స్ట్ మండే మనం జావా 8 చూద్దాం. సో జావా 8కి మనకు ముఖ్యంగా కావాల్సింది ఏంటంటే కలెక్షన్స్. సో చూద్దాం, కలెక్షన్స్ ఏమైనా కంప్లీట్ చేయగలిగితే మీకు కంప్లీట్ చేసేసి అది చూద్దాం. సో కలెక్షన్స్ కూడా ఇన్ డెప్త్ అవసరం లేదు. మీకు ఏంటి అరే లిస్ట్ అని కొన్ని కొన్ని ఉంటాయి, ఐ థింక్ షీ విల్ నో. అరే లిస్ట్ అని అట్లా అవి కొన్ని కొన్ని ఇంపార్టెంట్, అవి మనము తీసేద్దాం, రైట్? ఎందుకంటే మీ టైం కూడా ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో బికాజ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైం యూ ఆల్రెడీ వేస్టెడ్. సో time also is important, and focus on what is important. Yes, we will not focus on everything. ఇప్పుడు మన రేపటి రోజు ఇప్పుడు ఈరోజు జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాము, జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ రియాక్ట్ అయినా అంతే. సో విల్ నాట్ గో ఫర్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇఫ్ యూ స్టార్ట్ లెర్నింగ్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ టైం. Getting my point or not? So I wanted to make this clear first of all, right? It is on record also. So recording విన్న వాళ్ళకు కూడా తెలుస్తుంది. Yes, getting my point? So what we'll start today is OOPS concept. So how my style will be industry related style. ఇండస్ట్రీలో ఏదో అవసరం. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు ఒక ఇంటర్వ్యూలో కూర్చున్నావు, ఒక ఇంటర్వ్యూలో కూర్చున్నప్పుడు వాడు మొత్తం బుక్ థియరీ వాడికి అవసరం లేదు. వాడికి ఏం కావాలి? వాట్ ఈస్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అని అడుగుతాడు. సో వాట్ ఈల్ సే? కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఈజ్ ఎ మెథడ్. కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఈజ్ ఏ మెథడ్ దట్ విల్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ రిటర్న్ టైప్, నాట్ ఈవెన్ void, and it will have the same name as of the class name. That's yes. Okay, how can you declare a constructor? Example. How can you use a constructor? Example. Done. Yes, so it will save your time also, it will save my time also, and it is the things that are important for the industry also. So total focus on how to get you placed with the concepts. Yes, atlane untundi na training. Okay, so that what I wanted to clear anamata. Okay, right? ఓకేనా, మీకు చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ పైథాన్ వాళ్ళకి ఎట్లా చెప్తానో చూడండి. సో వాళ్ళకి ఇప్పుడు మెథడ్ ఉంటుంది కదా మనకి, ఆ మెథడ్ అన్నమాట. సో చూడండి మెథడ్. సో ఫంక్షన్ ప్లేస్లో మీరు మెథడ్ రాసుకోండి అంతే. సో వాట్ ఈస్ a method? Method is a part of the program that will perform some task. Yes. Method, what will method do? Method will take the data and it will even return the data. How many types of method? Two types of methods. What are they? Predefined methods, user defined methods. ఇంక అంతకన్నా నాకు కావాల్సిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఏంటి? అవసరం లేదు కదా. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? సో మనకి ఇంకేంటి, అది ఎట్లా మెమొరీ అవుతుంది, ఎట్లా, అదంతా ఇవాళ రేపు ఎవరు అడగట్లే. ఒక 10 ఏళ్ల క్రితం అనుకో అవన్నీ అడుగుతారు. 10 ఏళ్ల క్రితం అయితే అవన్నీ అడుగుతారు. ఇప్పుడు అట్లా ఏం లేదు. సో టోటల్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ చేంజ్. Now they are not selecting you on the basis of your verbal skills. They are selecting only on the basis of the programming skills. Programming skills పెంచుకుందాం మనం. Yes. Okay. So that's what my style is. Got it? Okay. So what I'll do today is I'll start with a new section. I'll go for Java OOPS concepts. Okay. I'm not blaming his style, but ఏంటంటే we have to be ఆన్ డాట్ అన్నమాట. అది నా పాయింట్. ఓకే, ఇండస్ట్రీ ఏం కావాలి, ఇండస్ట్రీకి అదే ఇద్దాం మనం. మనం ఎక్కువ ఇవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు కదా. ఎస్. ఓకే. సో జావా అట్ 12. రైట్. Java OOPS concept. So first question definitely will be raised is, what is OOP? Okay. Now again, there will be so many definitions in the books. రైట్. ఇప్పుడు చాట్ జీపీటీలో కొట్టినా కానీ ఇంత పెద్ద డెఫినేషన్స్ వస్తాయి. అవసరం లేదు. ఏంటి ఓఓపి అంటే ఏంటి? అకార్డింగ్ టు ఎ జావా ప్రోగ్రామర్, వాట్ ఈజ్ ఓఓపి? రైట్. ఓఓపి ఫుల్ ఫామ్ ఇస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ సిస్టమ్. రైట్. Now what is this OOP? OOP means a programming language is said to be an OOP. Is said to be an OOP. OOP means object oriented programming language if it is developed on the basis of a class and an object. A class and an object. If it is developed on the basis of class and an object. If any programming, I am not saying that Java is only OOP. Python is also OOP. Python is also OOP. So in programming world, if you say any programming language as OOP, it is totally based on the two things. What are the two things? Class and object. So this inheritance and all these are there, no? They are there, but they are principles. What they are? They are principles. They are not, the programming language is not completely based on those. The programming language is based on the class and object itself. So that is why we say that it is object oriented. Now the question is, like, sir, class and object you are saying, but why not class oriented, sir? I'll tell you. Now for example, if I ask you a simple question, what are you? What will be your answer? You'll say I'm a student. Yes or no? You'll say I'm a student. Yes or no? If you ask me the same question, what I'll say? I'm a trainer. Okay. Now let me put these two things. What is this? What is this? Yes. Those two are what? Bottles. You three are what? Student. Okay, I'm the only trainer. That's why I'm not taking my example. Now, both of these belong to which category? Bottle category. Yes or no? Yes. Then what is category in programming, sir? It's a class. What is category? It's a class. Yes or no? Am I clear? Now student, bottle, trainer, fan, chair, what are all these? All these are classes. All these are classes. Now for example, if I say pigeon, pigeon is the object here. Now this has some XYZ name. XYZ is the object here. Now you three are students. You belong to the same category called students. Yes or no? But you three have different names. Yes or no? You three have different names. Yes or no? Means that you are okay. Now for example, I'll tell you. I'll tell you very easily how you can understand. Now let's say this is some Sandy. Now who is this? This is the object. What is this? Object. What is Sandy? Sandy is his reference. Sandy is his reference. Getting my point? Sandy is his reference. Now who it belongs to? It belongs to the student class. Got my point? Okay. Now I will create one more person. Now his name is Ricky. Right? Now who is this? Object. Who is Ricky? Reference. Who is also student, I am saying. So what is student? Class. Am I crystal clear or not? So what is student here? Student is a class. So class, right? This object with the name Sandy belongs to which class? Right? This is general understanding. But when you try to understand this in a program, now for example, I'll say class, student. What I said? Class, student. You are creating a class student. Yes or no? So what a class will contain later. Okay. Now, if somebody is asking you to create a object on this class, what you will say? I'm assuming that you know how to write the statement. So that is why I'm directly writing. Otherwise, I would have explained more. So student Sandy is equal to new student. Now never say Sandy is the object. Sandy is the reference. Sandy is the reference. Now create one more student. Student Ricky is equal to new student. Getting my point or not? Yes. Now what is object here, sir? This is the object. This is the object. Yes. This is the sticky figure. This is the sticky figure. Whom it belongs to? It belongs to a student class. It belongs to a student class. Who is Ricky and Sandy over here? They are the references. They are the references. Getting my point? Crystal clear or not? Yes. You don't need definitions. You need understanding. Yes or no? So class. Whenever I create a class, now you are working for a bank project. Let's say you're working for a bank project. Okay. Now what you'll do? Bank. Okay. What you do? You create a class bank. Yes or no? What do you create? You create a class bank. Got it? Yes. Okay. Now somebody is some HDFC person is coming to you and is asking you give me an object. Then what you'll say? Bank HDFC is equal to new bank. Now ICICI person will come. Now what you'll do? Bank ICICI is equal to new bank. Story is over. Yes. Yes or no? Now some Amazon people will come to you. So Amazon people, what Amazon people will say? You create a product class for me. What you'll say? Class, product. Okay. What you're creating? You are creating a class product. Got my point? Okay, how to create the object? Now, Amazon people will say, I have a laptop. Okay, so create a laptop product. So what you'll say? Product laptop is equal to new product. At the end of the day, all the products in Amazon belongs to a product class or not? All of you belong to which class? All trainers like me belong to which class? Trainer class. Am I clear or not? Yes. So in this way, you need to work with the classes and the objects in the real time. Now you go to Hibernate, you go to Spring Boot. There you will be working with so many classes. Yes or no? So you will be working with so many classes. So for every class, you need to create the objects and use it. Yes or no? Now you create employee class, you create that class, you create this class. What is the aim of creating a class? Creating the object only. Without object, nothing is there. I created product class, I created bank class, I created student class. Without object creation, is there any use? Is there any use? Now tell me why people said it is object oriented, why not class oriented? Because objects are physical, classes are logical. Classes are logical. Getting my point or not? So what are classes? Classes are the logical entities. What are classes, sir? Classes are the logical entities. Whenever you say entity, what is entity, sir? You created a person. Yes, student. Yes, you created place, bank. You created product, thing. Now, for example, if I'm working on a sales project, I'll create a class called sales. I'm creating events. I'm creating events. What are entities then? Entities are nothing but entities are the person, place, thing, and event. What are persons, sir? Persons are nothing but, sorry, what are entities? Entities are nothing but persons, places, things, events. So other than this, nothing is there. Now just consider. Now Amazon, Flipkart, Swiggy and all, what are there? Products only, right? What are they selling you? They're selling you products only. Now for example, you are working for a student management system. So student management system means class student, class trainer, class books. What are books? Books are things. Yes or no? So class, now for example, student management system, there is a library class. So in the library class, what you will do, you will rent a book. What is rent? Rent is an event. Rent is an event. Now bank is there, withdraw event, deposit event, loan event. What are all these events? So entities means it can be persons, it can be places, it can be things, it can be events. Yes or no? Right? Am I clear? Am I clear with my point? Now for everything you create object. So that is why class is called as what? Class is called as the class is said to be class is said to be a blueprint. Class is said to be what? A blueprint for creating the objects. Am I going away from practical? Everything is practical here. What we have done? We have created ICICI, we have created HDFC with the help of what? Bank. Then bank is a blueprint or not? So with one blueprint means what? It's original copy. With that original copy, I'm creating Xeroxes. ICICI, HDFC, right? Now Sandy, Ricky, what I'm doing? I'm taking Xerox copies. Blueprints. That is why we are calling it as blueprint. Am I crystal clear? Yes or no? So that is how you are creating the classes. Simple class followed by the class name inside data and methods. Okay, that's the point we'll come back to. Yes, what a class will contain? Class will contain every class in Java may contain data and methods. Data and methods. Data means variables. Methods means public static void main is a method. Yes or no? Now, for example, if you are working with addition, public void add is a method. What are all this? These are methods only. These are methods only. So, other than those two, we don't have anything initially. Later on, we will have annotations and everything. So, that is different case. Yes. Okay. So many things you have to learn practically. Annotations. You need to learn things like in Java, I told you streams, all these things you have to learn later, right? Every class in Java may contain data and methods. Now, student class you take. What can be the data? Student number, student name, okay, student percentage. You take bank, IFSC code, location. Yes, getting my point or not? Account numbers, account values, account. I mean methods you take. Suppose for a bank, withdraw method, deposit method. All these things only will be there. Yes or no? Those are data and methods. Data and methods. What is data? The variables. What are methods? The methods are nothing but which will work on the data. Which will work on the data. Am I clear? Yes. So what are classes now? Classes are the logical entities. Entities means the person, place, thing or an event. Now class are said to be blueprint. Class are said to be blueprint. Blueprint for what? For creating the object. For creating the objects. Yes or no? Now tell me who is object here in our cases. Student is the object. This one is the object, not this one. This one is just the reference. Now people will ask me, sir, we are anyhow assigning that to HDFC, no? Can we call HDFC as object? Yes, you can call. I'm not saying no. You can call HDFC as object, but original thing is it's a reference. It's a reference. Now who is writing the exam? You are writing exam or your name is writing the exam? You are writing the exam because object will do all the things. Name is just a reference. Hall ticket numbers, names, all these are just the references of you. Yes? Yes or no? So is PGN holding water or this physical thing holding water? It is as simple as that. Am I clear? Yes? So that's the way we need to look into the things. So practically. So nowadays everything, 21st century is all about looking at the things practically. So I am going to tell you everything practically only. Yes or no? So the practical knowledge is important here. Okay? Right. Now I think you understood my style of teaching. Yes? Okay. Now let's discuss about, okay, so what is this discussion was all about? It was all about the class. Next discussion will be about the object, because without understanding class and object, we will not understand inheritance, we will not understand anything else. Yes? Okay. Object. So whenever we talk about the object, now I said classes are the logical entities. Now what are objects? Physical entities. What are objects? Physical entities. Objects are the physical entities. What is entity? Exactly. Person, place, things, event, but physically. But physically. Is my point clear? Okay. Right. So now the second point is not important because already we covered there. Yes. Okay. Objects are said to be what? Objects are the instance, or I'll say singular. Object is the instance of the class. What is object, sir? Instance of the class. What is object here? Object is the instance of the class. Am I clear? What is object here? Object is the instance of the class. Object is the instance of the class. Clear or not? Okay. Next, when we talk about the object, okay, physical, and it's the instance of the class. And when you talk about object dealing with the data and the methods, we can reference with the object. What we can do, we can expose the behavior of the data and the methods. What a method will do, object will say. What data will do? Object will say. Yes, object will expose the behavior of the data and the methods. It is as simple as objects may expose the state and behavior of the one example I'll tell you behavior of the data and the methods. Okay, objects may expose the state and behavior of the data and the every object will have state and behavior compulsory. State and behavior. So statement, for example, ID is there. ID is equal to 201. It is a state. Yes, behavior means what a method will do. Now, for example, method is adding. Adding is the behavior. Adding is the behavior. Yes or no? Am I clear? Yes. Now let's take one simple example. We'll take a simple example of a class saying employee. Right? Class employee. So where you write the programs in Eclipse only, or you use any Visual Studio? Online compiler. You don't use any tool. Eclipse you can use, in a class. Sir will tell you in Eclipse or online compiler. Okay, you use Eclipse.
They are explaining in online compiler, sir, but we are using
Open the Eclipse
Eclipse.
then. HTML and all? That also
HTML
online.
also using the
Visual Studio
online.
he did not tell you. Okay. Today we will go for Visual Studio. You got your laptops? For HTML, laptops are compulsory. From tomorrow you get the laptops. For HTML class, laptops are compulsory because we cannot write all the programs. Okay, so laptops, so right away you can practice. Because HTML will not waste any time. HTML laptops are compulsory. Tomorrow get your laptops. Okay, I'll show you the Visual Studio installation. You install it and get it tomorrow. Okay, for HTML laptops compulsory. For Java, it's up to you. Java, if you get it also, no problem. If you don't get it also, no problem. So for HTML class or for the UI class, laptops are compulsory. Yes, because if you feel that, then only you will know HTML, CSS and all this. So if you don't feel it, you will not know. Okay, so get it from tomorrow. Today, okay. If you have got it, okay, you can take it out. But anyhow, we'll talk about that later. So class employee. So what you are creating here? We are creating, I think you know how to create a class and all in Eclipse also, right? Okay. So let me create a new project. New package creation and all these are fine for you. Okay. So, oops. So right click here, say new class. So I'll create a employee class. Okay. Right. So what I'm going to create now, I'm going to create a employee class. Fix. Now, what a class will contain? Class will contain data. Data, yes. Okay. Int employee ID is equal to 569. Okay. So string employee name is equal to and double employee salary is equal equal to, okay. Now, how to create the object? How to create the object for this? Employee E1, I say, okay. E1 is equal to new employee, right? Now, what I told you, who is the object? Employee is the object. It is referenced to whom? It is referenced to E1. It is referenced to E1. Now, how it will store? Now, not required. Now, how it will store? In which memory it will store? Who is caring all those things right now? I told you, before 10 years, people were asking. Before 10 years, 15 years, people were asking which memory it will go, where that memory will be stored. Now, no one cares. Where it goes, why? Now, for example, you three people sat there. Now, if you three people have sat here, that would have made any difference for me? If you three people would have sat there, that would have made any difference for me? Why? It is not important for me. So delivering a class is important. Now where it is stored, how it is stored, irrelevant now. No sir, if they ask in the interview what I should say, you say they are stored in the stack memory. No one will ask you first of all. Where they are stored? Stack memory. Okay sir, more information if I want, I'll tell you in whenever required when we talk about the JVM. We talk about the JVM. We can have a total discussion on JVM. Then we can talk about all these things. Now then at that time, at the last, you will know all those things. It will take half an hour time to discuss all that, that we will do. For now, try to concentrate on the programs. What an object is doing, what an object can do to your program. Now who is the object here first of all? Employee. Where is employee sitting? Employee is sitting in E1. Now what is E1 capable of? Now I just told you, you will be allotted a roll number, hall ticket number. Never you use your name or anything in your exam sheets and all. What you will use? You will use that hall ticket number, yes or no? Now E1 is like your hall ticket number. What is E1 capable of? E1 capable of accessing this. Yes or no? E1 capable of accessing the data. E1 is capable of accessing the data. System.out.println. What you can say? E1 dot EID. E1 dot EID. Then E1 dot ename. E1 dot esal. Part 1 of the story. Yes, accessed it or not? Then what is part 2 of the story, sir? I can make changes. I can make changes, yes or no? So I can even make changes. Now for example, I will say e1.eid is equal to, okay, 5231. Did I make changes? Yes or no? All three no, not required. Only one I want to change. Did I change? Means I am playing with its state or not? Object can play with the state or not? Yes or no? It is exposing its behavior. I mean, it is exposing its state. Yes or no? Am I clear? Okay. Now I will say public void method details. Okay. So public void method details. So what I'll do, I will say all these things here. Now there is no need of E1. Why? Why there is no need of E1? Why there is no need of E1? Object creation, why it is not required here? Because EID, ename, esal are the members of the employee class. This is also directly the member of the employee class. Yes or no? Then why sir here it is required? Because this method is static. Static means the rules will change. A little bit of rules will change. This is also part of the employee class only. This is also part of the employee class only. But this is a static method. When you say static, some rules will change. We'll talk about that. Getting my point or not? Why I cannot use directly this one here? Because there are some rules. There are some rules. Yes, am I clear or not? I can use them, but with the reference. I can use, but with the reference, because that is a rule. What is that rule, sir? We'll talk about that later. Yes, am I clear or not? Yes. Now what I'm doing here, I'm processing EID, I'm processing ename, ESAL, EID, ename, ESAL. Now what is E1 responsible for? E1 is responsible for accessing this. Point number one, already we did that. Now second one, what we are doing? Okay, what we'll do is we will put this over here. Okay, and we will say E1 dot EID. E1 dot ename, and here we'll say E1 dot ESAL. Okay. Yes, I'll decrease the font later. Now tell me what happened. Method details means what I'm printing: EID, ename, and ESAL. Right. Now I'm even making a change. After printing, I'm making a change to EID. Yes or no? Okay. Now what I will say here is, I will say E1 dot, what E1 is capable of? Exposing the behavior. What is the behavior here? Method gives you the behavior. What method gives you? Behavior. What behavior means? What? Working. Behavior means, what does it do? It is printing. It may do printing, it may do for logic, it may do if logic, it may do anything. That is the behavior of it. Yes or no? What a class will contain? Class will contain data and methods. What methods will contain? Methods will contain the logics which can be used. Now for example, you went for string methods. String methods are completed. Now what does concat method do? It combines. Means what is the logic written in that concat method? Boss, you combine the two strings. Yes or no? Is that the behavior of concat or not? Am I clear? Then how can you use concat? By creating the string object. Without creating the string object, can you apply concat? Here also same. Creating the which object? Employee object, and store it in where? E1, and call that. What do you have to call? You have to say method details. Done. What do you have to say? Method details. Done. Yes. Am I crystal clear or not? Yes. Yes or no? So when you say method details, where the call is going? The call is going to method details. Call is going or not? Call is going. What it is giving you? 569, Sandy, and the salary. And is also making the change to EID. Now EID was 569. Now it is how much? 5231. How can I know, sir? Now tell me what happened here. E1.EID. Whom we are calling? The variable we are calling. E1.ename. Whom we are calling? The name we are calling. E1.esal. Whom we are calling? The salary you are calling. It is as simple as that. Now you understood what an object can do for you? Yes or no? So this is the concept of object oriented programming. So when your Java is based on class and objects, it is called as object oriented programming language. Now strings, classes. Yes or no? You use system.out.println. What is system? Class. Yes. You are using println. What is println? It's an object. It's a method. It's a method. System.out.println. Scanner you have used? Scanner. Next int. What is next int? Method. Of which class? Scanner class. That is what we have done here. Method details. Calling it. Done. Hope it is clear. So that is why, as it is developed on the basis of class and object, we call it as object-oriented programming language. Yes. Okay. Now, this class and object are supported by what? Inheritance, abstraction, and encapsulation. Those four things are the principles of object-oriented programming, which we will be discussing in our next session. Okay. Hopefully things are clear. Things are straightforward. Okay. So we'll not catch the nose like this. We'll catch the nose like this only. Yes. So catching the nose like this only will get a job. Catching the nose like this may get you a job, but little bit late. Yes. Understanding my point? So అందుకని చెప్పాను కట్టే కొట్టే తెచ్చే. I think you understood my points, right? సో ఒక 20 డెఫినేషన్లు ఇచ్చేసి అంత అవసరం లేదు. ఎంత అవసరం? మనం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం. క్లాస్ అంటే ఏంటి, క్లాస్ ఎట్లా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, క్లాస్లో ఏముంటాయి, క్లాస్లో ఉన్నవి ఎట్లా యాక్సెస్ చేయాలి, అదే ఇంపార్టెంట్. అర్థమైందా? ఎస్. ఓకే. సో దిస్ ఈస్ మై style. So first class is always knowing about ourselves. Okay. So I know about yourself. I hope you also know about myself, right? How my style of training will be. Yes or no? Okay. So mostly industry related. So industry ki em kavali. So నేను చూసాను. I have been into so many institutes. I have been into so many interviews and all those, right? So I know what the industry is expecting. ఎస్. అట్లాంటి టోటల్ అన్ని లాజిక్స్ చేయాలి అట్లా కాదు, అట్లాంటి టోటల్గా ఇట్లా నేర్చుకోవాలి అట్లా కాదు. ఇట్స్ ఎ మిక్స్చర్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ద థింగ్స్, రైట్? లాజిక్స్ తెలియాలి, కాన్సెప్ట్స్ తెలియాలి, రైట్? బట్ ఎంత అవసరమో అంతే, అంత డెప్త్ అవసరం. ఎస్, బికాజ్ యూ లివ్ ఇన్ ఏ చాట్ జీపీటీ వరల్డ్. మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద థింగ్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్రెడీ దేర్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇన్ జావా అనుకుంటాం కానీ మొత్తం కోడ్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఆ కోడ్ వచ్చేస్తుందని చెప్పేసి మేము వేస్ట్ అని అనుకోకండి. ఆ కోడ్ ఎక్కడ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలి అది కదా మనకు తెలుసుకోవాల్సింది. అంటే ప్రైమ్ అనేది చిన్న మీకు తెలుసు కాబట్టి చెప్తున్నాను, రైట్? అండ్ చాలామంది అంటుంటారు కోడర్స్ లైఫ్ అయిపోయింది అది ఇది అని. కోడర్స్ లైఫ్ ఇప్పుడే మొదలైంది. ఎందుకంటే యూ గెట్ సంథింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఇంటర్నెట్. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ సేయింగ్ నో, బట్ వేర్ టు అప్లై? యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ద రైట్ స్కిల్ ఆర్ నాట్. అది ఎక్కడ అప్లై చేయాలో తెలియాలి కదా, ఎక్కడ పేస్ట్ చేయాలో తెలియాలి కదా. తెలియడానికే మనము ఈ పద్ధతిలో వెళ్తాం అన్నమాట. నాకు వచ్చేసింది ప్రోగ్రామ్, నేను ఎంప్లాయీ క్లాస్ అని కొట్టంగానే వస్తుంది, కానీ అది ఎక్కడ నేను అప్లై చేయాలి నా ప్రాజెక్ట్లో, ఏ ఫైల్లో పెట్టాలి, సో ఆ ఫైల్ నేను ఎట్లా యాక్సెస్ చేయాలి, ఆ ఫైల్లో ఉన్న ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ని ఎట్లా యాక్సెస్, అదంతా చాట్ జీపీటీ చెప్పదు కదా. చెప్తుందా? నో. విల్ చాట్ జీపీటీ బిల్డ్ ఏ ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఫర్ యూ? నో. చాట్ జీపీటీ విల్ ఓన్లీ హెల్ప్ యూ 5%. I'm giving you more. 5% చేస్తుంది, మిగతా 95% మన స్కిల్. ఎస్, రైట్? అట్లా అని చెప్పి థియరటికల్ స్కిల్ అవసరం లేదు, మనకి ప్రాక్టికల్ స్కిల్ కావాలి. ఎస్. ఓకే, విల్ కంటిన్యూ అవర్ డిస్కషన్ ఇన్ అవర్ టైం. ఓకే. యా, ఐ థింక్ మీనా, సాకేత్ అండర్స్టూడ్. ఓకే. ఓకే, we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Meena, are you talking anything? I'm not hearing you actually.
Is it audible, sir? Sir?
Yeah, Meena, I'm not hearing you. Okay, let me just unplug.
Sir, is it audible to you, sir?
I'm not hearing you actually. Okay, you can put in the chat if you want.
Okay, sir.
Maybe my volume. Nothing. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine, Meena. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Okay, sir.